Hello class, I wanted to do this quick video on tetrachords as you continue to work on major scales. Remember that a tetrachord is a four-note system spanning the interval of a fourth. So the first thing that we want to do is to make sure that we are using four notes in alphabetical order. For example, if I was creating a C tetrachord, I would start with C, and then the next letter would be D, E, and F. Now, we've been specifically looking at the major tetrachord, which follows a particular pattern of intervals. Between the first and second note, we have two half steps, followed by another two half steps, followed by one half step. And this particular tetrachord creates what we call the C major tetrachord. So on the piano down here, we have C, D, E, and F, and notice that there are two half steps between C and D. From C to C sharp is one half step, C sharp to D is another half step, and then from D to D sharp, one half step, and D sharp to E, two half steps. And of course from E to F is just one half step. So C, D, E, F gives us our C major tetrachord. Now if we were to write this on the staff, C, D, E, F, that would give us our lower tetrachord, the lower part of the C major scale. Now to get the second part of the C major scale, what we have to do is create a second tetrachord two half steps away from the last note of the first one. So in this case, our last note is F. So we want to just go up to the next letter name. After F we have G. So the letter names that will be involved are G, A, B, and C. And we want to follow that same pattern of 2, 2, 1. Alright, so if we look on the piano here, we know that F up to G, that gives us our two half steps. So we will start our second tetrachord on G, G, A, B, C. And let's just double check. G to A is two half steps. G to G sharp is 1, G sharp to A is 2. A to B is two half steps. A to A sharp is one half step. And A sharp to B is another one half step. So A to B is two half steps, and then of course B to C is one half step. So if I combine the C major tetrachord with the G major tetrachord, sorry about that, okay, B, C, oh there we go, that gives us our C major scale. So again, there's the 2, 2, 1, and then the G major tetrachord, two half steps, one half step, and both of these tetrachords are connected by two half steps. So that's your C major scale. But now remember that we sometimes will have to add sharps to these notes, or in the future flats, but this week you're only working on the major scales that have sharps. So let's try another. We want to build a D tetrachord. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and write the letter names involved, D, E, F, and G, because remember the tetrachord involves four different tones. All right, and what we want to do is do our pattern as we've done before. 2, 2, 1, and let's check it on the piano. If we start with D, there's D, and we move up two half steps, we will end up at E, so no problem there. But now from E to F we need two half steps. So let's see, from E, if we move up two half steps, we would actually end up here on this first black key. So we have to call this F sharp, so we'll need a sharp on the F, and then from F sharp to G gives us that one half step. So the D tetrachord is D, E, F sharp, then G. Notice that the sharp goes is written to the left of the note head, but when I'm just writing the letter name, I write the sharp after the letter. So either way we pronounce it F sharp. Okay, so there's my D tetrachord. And to get the next part of the D major scale, I need to create a tetrachord that's 2 half steps away from the last note of the D major tetrachord. In this case, the last note of this D tetrachord is G, so it means that the next letter name after G is A. So letter name wise, I'm going to use A, B, C, and D. But again, because I'm creating a major tetrachord, I want to make sure that we follow that pattern. I'll make sure that I follow that pattern of 2, 2, 1. 2 half steps, followed by 1 half step. So starting on A, here's A right here. 2 half steps above A would place me here on B, so I don't have to do anything there to the B. But 2 half steps above B would actually place me here on C sharp. B to C natural is only 1 half step, and then C to C sharp is another half step. So B to C sharp is 2 half steps. So I need a sharp right here. So, and then from C sharp to D is 1 half step. So I don't have to do anything right there. So my A tetrachord should be spelled A, B, C sharp, D. So the lower half of my tetrachord is the D major tetrachord, D major. Okay, let's see if I can get, well, let's see. Let's try that again. D major. Well, it looks like I'm having a little trouble there writing D major. Let me just write it down here. D major. There we go. And then the last one is A major. The A major tetrachord. So when we, I think I could do a better job of writing major. M-A-J. Let me just go ahead and fix that over here. M-A-J. All right. So the D major tetrachord plus the A major tetrachord gives us the D major scale. And notice that D major has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. All right. Hopefully this helps you continue to work on your major scales, and we will see you in the next class session.